The SCP Foundation contains many strange and spooky stories of paranormal entities contained within the cruel and top-secret SCP facility. The lifeforms held within this facility or guarded outside its walls by agents working for the Society are often dangerous and terrifying to behold. However, some of them are also downright weird. In today's video, we break away from the scariest of these creatures and instead examine the stranger side of the Foundation with 8 weird SCP entities. SCP-607 is a cat. That's right, not a man-eating tiger or lion, but simply a regular household cat. This feline, known as Dorian, will find a human to cozy up to and befriend them. Once Dorian has bonded with someone, the two companions, human and cat, form a negative, symbiotic relationship. This means that whatever negative action Dorian the cat takes, their human owner will also subconsciously wish to enact. The SCP entry speaks, for example, of an agent who befriended Dorian and then ended up starving themselves alongside the cat after it was taken to the SCP facility for observation. Strangest of all is SCP-607's inexplainable suicidal tendencies. No matter the lengths his owner goes to please him, Dorian will always end up killing both himself and his owner. And 24 hours after the cat's death, it will always reanimate and seek out a new human to befriend before the cycle begins once again. SCP-3311 is a large storage unit found in an undisclosed location of Florida, among many other storage units, however with a few notable differences. The unit seems to be tethered to the ground, making movement of it impossible, and for those venturing inside, things soon turn very creepy. The storage unit seems to be never-ending once inside. In fact, SCP agents who venture inside lose GPS signal just 5 meters after entering the storage unit. The furthest any test subject has explored within SCP-3311 is 585 kilometers deep. Strangest of all are the locked cabinets that line the walls of the subject's interior. They each contain different chairs, ranging from regular chairs one would expect to find at their local IKEA store to lavish Egyptian thrones. The reason for this is unknown. A toaster was gifted to a young family as a wedding present. A few weeks later, the family was found dead after ending themselves in a number of gruesome ways. The wife had died from trying to consume an electrical socket, the son from blood loss brought on by trying to plug himself into the toaster, the grandmother from gorging herself on bread, and the husband from starvation, claiming he was waiting for bread to toast. These strange circumstances occurred due to the toaster being a living entity with devastating psychological properties known as SCP-426. This particular SCP may look like a regular toaster, but it has the power to cause any person who comes into contact with it to start believing they are themselves a toaster, gaining the urge to consume lethal amounts of bread and merge with electrical appliances around them. It is also impossible for anyone who has encountered this bizarre SCP entity to describe it in the third person. Instead, even its entire SCP entry is written as if by the toaster itself. SCP-075 looks pretty harmless, although definitely weird and perhaps even terrifying if you have a phobia of creepy crawlies. However, not only is this particular SCP entity incredibly odd in appearance, it is also highly dangerous to those it encounters. SCP-075 has a snail-like shell from which a muscular six-fingered foot protrudes. This foot resembles a bird's talon. The creature can move at incredible speeds and will attack on sight. It latches onto a person and secretes an acid-like substance from the pores on its foot which burn through its prey in seconds. The only way to contain this specimen is to dry it out completely and keep it locked away from any kind of moisture, as this prevents movement and secretion of its deadly toxin. SCP-055 is perhaps the hardest of all entries on this list to describe, since it has no description. This is because its power seems to be manipulation of the mind. It uses this power to make anyone who encounters it instantly forget about its existence. What it looks like, what it sounds like, where it came from, etc. In fact, SCP agents don't even remember how the facility acquired SCP-055 or how the room it is kept in was constructed. While photographic, video and audio footage has been taken of this SCP entity, and people are capable of seeing and hearing it when in its presence, they are unable to retain a memory of their encounter mere moments afterward. While repeated exposure to this memory loss can cause trauma in certain subjects, for the most part, this is one weird but harmless SCP. A children's paddling pool is the subject of our next super weird SCP entry. SCP-120 is an indestructible paddling pool measuring 2.5 meters across by 0.3 meters tall. While seemingly constructed from man-made plastics, as previously mentioned, this particular paddling pool is indestructible. It contains a glowing green liquid which appears to be from another dimension. When test subjects step inside this liquid, they feel a strange soft sensation below their feet, although this substance seems to have no negative side effects on the person. However, if a person enters the pool alone, holding a weight of under 37 kilograms, they will sink beneath the surface of the liquid and be deposited at one of 11 locations around the globe. These coordinates are exact and range from the Pacific Ocean to the Sahara Desert to the Himalayas. Again, the people transported are never hurt during the process, and so this goop-filled paddling pool known as SCP-120 has been deemed harmless for now. SCP-033 is a sheet of paper containing a series of symbols that represent an advanced mathematical equation unknown to mankind and the mathematics we as a race invented. Because the formula contained on this paper essentially breaks the mathematical system we have built our world around, if this SCP contaminates nearby electrical equipment, structures and other devices built on our current mathematical system, it will cause them to break down. For this reason, the paper containing this mind-blowing mathematical formula must be kept at least 30 meters from any other paper and electrical equipment and stored in an underground vault. SCP-033 is an equation that threatens to destroy everything we think we know about mathematics, which makes it one of the strangest SCP entries ever submitted to the Foundation. As if you thought movie star turned art house provocateur Shia LaBeouf couldn't get any weirder, well he just did with an SCP that literally thinks everything he sees is a version of Shia LaBeouf. SCP-1247 is a 37-year-old man kept in a cell at the facility who is almost entirely normal aside from a large section of his brain which is made up from a strange fungus-like organism. This organism living in the man's brain makes him perceive any living creature as famous actor Shia LaBeouf. Weirder still, SCP-1247 cannot observe certain species of mushroom, perhaps as a result of having a fungus living in his brain. SCP-1247 is not considered a major threat, yet is contained as he has on occasion attacked those trying to interact with him due to his perception of Shia LaBeouf as a demonic personality. This final SCP is so weird it borders on comical, and just goes to show that while many of the entries found within the SCP database are pretty scary, there are a fair share of crazy and oddball ones as well. And that's it for today's video. Please remember to give it a like if you did enjoy watching, and maybe drop a comment too, as well as subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an upload. This channel specializes in variety horror content, including creepypasta readings, horror gaming facts and theories, and general interest pop culture horror videos. So if you're interested in all things spooky, you'll find something to enjoy here at SuperHorrorBro. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.